we have we have um, a very interesting idea that I think is important to be shared. You see, we're gonna get we're approaching actually Shabbat Parashat Chaye Sara. By the way, you go to Eretz Israel, Parashat Chaye Sara is one of the most packed Shabbatot in Hebron. Hebron, where all the Avot are buried. Parashat Chaye Sara, everybody goes there and they spend Shabbat there, and it's beautiful. They open up the whole area. As you know, the Ma'arat HaMachpelah, it's divided, unfortunately. Part of it the Arabs had, and the other part we have it. But when it comes to Parashat Chaye Sara, and another one or two more moments throughout the year, they open up the whole area for the Yehudim. Anyway, Parashat Chaye Sara, we talk about the passing of Sara Imenu. Vayu Chaye Sara 100 shana ve-20 shana ve-7 shanim. She lived 127 years. And then the Pasuk says, Sheneh Chaye Sara. Those were the years of Sara Imenu. And the Mefarshim are asking, it's not a little repetitive, the Pasuk? Again, Vayu Chaye Sara. This was the life of Sara Imenu. 127 years. Sheneh Chaye Sara. That was the life of Sara Imenu. Habibi, you already told me this at the beginning of the verse. Why are you being repetitive? So Rashi gives to us a basic explanation. The explanation is, says Rashi, to tell you that all the years of Sarah, she took full potential of every single moment. The Torah is testifying in the life of Sarah Imenu. I want you to know she took advantage of every moment of her life. There was not 1 second of her life that she wasted for no reason. Beautiful. But there is another explanation, and this explanation I would like to share with you because I think it's very important. You know, years ago, there was a rabbi by name the Rebbe of Kotsk. Rebbe of Kotsk was a great tzaddik. And he was in a certain place, in a Seudat Mitzvah of a very wealthy man. This wealthy man decided to do a large Seudah. I don't know what was the reason. He invited all the Chachamim, all the people. Everybody was enjoying the Seudah. And the Rebbe of Kotsk obviously was present at that moment. And then somebody comes from outside running, and he goes to the Baal Habayit, to the owner of the event, and he gives to him an envelope. There is a letter, urgent letter. Okay? The guy, the owner, opens up the letter, and his eyes got wide open, and he becomes white, and he fainted. You can imagine everybody jumps, they run to the guy, they try to help him out. They're waking up. He remembers again what happened, he fainted again. Again, they wake him up, he faints again. 4 to 5 times, the guy fainted and fainted. They read the letter. What happened? They realized that in the letter, there was a terrible news for this fellow. He spent a very large amount of his money. We can say more than the 90% of his money. He spent it in a certain project, and unfortunately, he lost the whole entire thing. And this guy couldn't live with it. He was totally broken. And he was fainting all the time. Rabotai, the Rebbe of Kotsk, approached this Yehudi, and he tells him, Habibi, wake up. It's a lie. It's not true. You didn't lose anything. What do you mean I didn't lose anything? Look at the letter. He says, it's not true. Believe me. You have all your money. So the guy started to believe to the rabbi, and they started to, get up, to drink something, to calm down a little bit. And the rabbi was telling him, you have nothing what to worry. You have your parnasah like always. You're all good. They made a quick. The guy sent some messengers, and Baruch Hashem, the result was positive. Meaning to say, he didn't lose his money. You can imagine all the Hasidim of the Rebbe of Kotz. Oh, look at our rabbi. He's a Mekubal. He's a Navi. He's a Ruach HaKodesh. So they went to the rabbi and they said, how did the rabbi know? I mean, nobody knew. Then the rabbi said, not Navi and not Ruach HaKodesh. I want to tell you how I knew that the guy did not lose one penny. Listen, this is unbelievable. Says the rabbi, we have learned from Avraham Avinu and from our Avot HaKadoshim that any challenge that Borei Olam puts to a person, if he has it, it's because he's able to hold to take care of it. He's able to pass it. Handle it, that's the word. He's able to handle it. Therefore, when this guy got the letter, and I saw he was fainting like that, and he was putting himself in sakanat nefashot, in danger of life, I realized he's not able to hold it. So it can't be true. And therefore I told him it's a whole lie. You're not having this challenge. Let me ask you a question, Rabotai. Avraham Avinu comes back from the Akedat Yitzhak after passing the last challenge of his life. Knowing that this is the last challenge, he comes out with a medal. Medal, you say? Yeah? Medal by HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You pass the test. He gets home. What does he see? His wife dead. Says Chachamim, I don't understand how his wife died. Why the wife died? Because the Satan showed to her the Akedat Yitzhak, then her neshama parcha nishmata, and she died. Says the Gemara, why Borei Olam gave to her such a challenge if she was not able to handle it? If you're able to handle, then you get the challenge. But if not, how come the Borei Olam was giving her such a challenge? You know what's the answer? The answer is in this week's parasha, in the pasuk that I just told you. Vayu Chaye Sara 100 shana, 20 shana, ו7 shanim. She left 127 years. Shnei Chaye Sara. You know what's Shnei Chaye Sara? She was supposed to live only 127 years. That was her life. The predestination of the life of Sarah was 127 years, like it or not, with the Akedat Yitzchak. Without the Akedat Yitzchak, that will happen anyways. Meaning the Torah is coming to teach us, I want you to know, Sarah did not pass away because of the Akedat Yitzchak. That wasn't the cause. The cause was because she was supposed to pass away anyways. How did she pass away? Yes, throughout the news that she heard. And here, it's a musar eschef for us. Rabotai, every single challenge that a person passes, Borei Olam calculates all the challenges that he's able to pass. And if Borei Olam is giving a challenge to a person, we're not asking for challenges. So to Borei Olam, Al tevienu lidei nisayon, ve'al tevienu lidei bizayon. Don't put us in those situations. But if already a person is passing through that, you should know he's capable to pass it. Don't broke up yourself. Don't think how you're going to do. But Olam gives the strength as well to move on. To move on. And it's a part of our emunah to believe that yes, we have the power to continue. Let me just finish. I heard yesterday, I got a video. I got a video of an interview that they made to a guy. Today he's in his 30s. This fellow he lost his vision and he lost his hearing since the age of 2. You hear? Since the age of 2. Now what happened? Why he lost it? When he was a little kid, They found him delicate, how do you say delicate? An infection in his brain. And back then, the only medicine, he was in danger of life. The only medicine that they offered to him was a medicine that the side effect will be to lose his vision and his hearing. The parents, with all the difficulty, but that's the right thing to do. And they did it. Rabotai, this is a challenge that is going to take the guy all his life to live with. All his life. He's a young guy. Today he's in his 30s. Listen to this. What a chizuk. This fellow says to the one who is making the interview in the video, he says to him, you know, at the age of 4, they gave me the hearing machine, it's called? Huh? Hearing aid, and I was able to hear. And my mom she took upon herself a project to teach a 4-year-old boy how to speak. Okay? So she was reading to him stories, a lot of stories about the Tanakh, and a lot of different stories. Baruch Hashem, the guy today speaks perfectly Hebrew, in a higher level of Hebrew. Anyway, so then the guy said the following sentence. He says, you know, at the beginning, when I got to the age of 14, 15, I was mad. I was sad. I see all my friends. They have the ability to see. They have the ability to hear and to talk. I was jealous. I cannot do sports because I don't see. I cannot do many, many things because I don't see, says the guy. I was mad, and even I had thoughts to leave Judaism. To say, you know what, God doesn't like me, to take away his kippah, his tzitzit, and to move on in his life. He says he didn't do it because he was in a yeshiva, and the yeshiva had all type of rules, and he didn't want to do a rebellion against the yeshiva. But Rabotai, listen to this. The guy who is interviewing this fellow tells him, no, so what changed today? I said that you don't have that challenge anymore. He says, you're right. Then I grew up a little bit, and I realized that maybe God took away from me the vision, and he took away from me the hearing, but he gave me many things that all the kids and all the people, they don't have. What did he give you? He says, you see, at the age of 15, 16, I was able to be the winner of the Chidon Tanakh Ha'olami. Every year, in Yom HaAtzmaut, in Israel, there is a competition for boys and girls until a certain age, teenagers, about the whole entire Tanakh. Torah, Nevi'im, Ketuvim. It's a very complicated competition, and the winner, it's a big deal. This guy, without being able even to see, he was able to win first place in that competition. Since then, he wanted to go to the army. What is going to do in the army? What is going to do in the army? A guy that doesn't know how to see. He decided that he wants to be in Modi'in. Modi'in is information. In Israel, they say the information of Tzal are the eyes and the ears of Israel. They said, I had no eyes and no ears. But I decided to go for it. And he was accepted after many efforts. He was accepted in that unit, and he became one of the top guys in the unit. Today, he's managing a huge company of management of many small companies, and he's being very successful. He was able to get married, and he has 2 children. He said, I want to tell you, I had a lot of challenges. One of the things that he mentioned was when I got my baby boy, the first one, and I had to bath him. How am I going to bath him? I'm scared. Maybe I will leave him and I'm not going to find him. Or where do I put the baby bottle in his eye, maybe in his ear? How to change the diaper? He said, I want to tell you something. The guy said to the man that was interviewing him, something genius. I'm not above the rest of the people, and maybe I'm below. But one thing I have, it's called motivation. I'm able to see what I do have and not to drown on what I lost. This is Rabutai, what Avraham Avinu is coming to teach us. Sheneh Chaye Sara, what happened, it's already predetermined. The question is, how do you going to take it? Are you going to have motivation to continue on? If yes, you're going to see how things are going to become much easier. And how Beracha is going to come to your life in different ways. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen.